How can I know how many copies of my tracks got sold by the label I'm working with?
And I don't know if I should wait, 'cause you ain't got no.
Hey guys, welcome to the studio, welcome to the vlog. Today, so far a day full of nonsense, like contacting people, writing emails, then like a delivery like got lost. It was the Denon player, the Denon mixer that we have upstairs in the A studio for DJing, which is quite a lot worth. It was being repaired, but now I had to call someone, call another one to write some emails, and like we figured out where it is. It's not lost, they just have to resend it again. Plus writing a ton of emails for like all of the meetings during ADE. ADE starts for me tomorrow. It's actually already starting today, but I just didn't want to be there for so many days because it's quite exhausting, sometimes a little annoying, sometimes it helps a lot, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see what happens this year, and yeah, tune in to find out tomorrow. Today, it's all about, I actually don't really know, but we'll figure something out. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed, I spent a little bit of time yesterday evening. Instead of sleeping, I spent like 4 to 6 hours trying to like perfect the coloring of these videos. I don't know, every every year I try to optimize it, dial into the colors, change settings in the camera, and there are millions of settings you can change, plus all of the settings while editing it. It's very close to music. It's like EQing while mixing. You can EQ a little here, a little there, then you dial it back again, change it again, and try to just make it better and better. And after a couple of hours, you realize it's not better. You go back, then figure it out again into another direction. Anyways, like it was a long night, but I think I got it. This is like, it's pretty natural looking. The colors are accurate, and I'm pretty happy with it. It looks a lot better than before. Before it looked like this, and now it looks a lot cleaner, a lot more neutral, a lot more natural, which I actually prefer for a vlog that is like this journey of my entire life as a DJ and music producer, taking you with me, making it look natural is definitely the right call. I mean, it would look a little ridiculous to color grade this like a Hollywood movie and me just sitting here doing my usual stuff every day. It just doesn't fit. Okay guys, it's time for Q&A. You guys ask me questions on Instagram. Let's start right away with the first one. Have you ever thought of making trap beats? No, actually not. I mean, I like it sometimes, and I have huge respect for people producing it, but not really my thing. And I think like the main peak, the interesting time of trap is also fading a little at the moment. Are you at ADE? Yeah, of course. Every year since like 5-6 years, every time ADE, so will be hopefully fun tomorrow. Hopefully no rain. Today it was raining quite a lot actually. How can I know how many copies of my tracks got sold by the label I'm working with? There's one legit way, and that is asking them for a statement. They need to send you a statement every half year. You need to request it to get it. Just ask them. If they don't send it to you, then just ask them again. And if they don't send it then again, then you either get a lawyer, or if you think it's not worth it, just forget about it. I know you might think now you should never forget and always fight, but sometimes your songs just make like 20 bucks and it's not really worth it. Just keep on continue working, making music. And you can check it on Spotify, for example. It shows you the plays. But other than Spotify, I think there is no way to actually figure out how many plays a song got. Except for SoundCloud, of course, but that's usually you uploading the song. And worst case, get in contact with the distributor of the label. They should be able to provide you these numbers. If they also don't do that, then again, just a lawyer. What plugins do you use to process vocals? In a nutshell, always the compressor, always an EQ, and sometimes some fancy stuff, reverbs, of course, delays, of course. I think that Isotope's Nectar is like one of the best all-around complete beginner plugins for vocals. It can do everything, has nice presets. If you're interested, I will link it down below. Hope you're having a good day. yeah, I wish I could spend more time on actually making music, but hopefully after ADE I will be able to lock myself into the studio for a week and just work on those album songs. By the way, the big speakers are gone again. I mean, they're on the floor. The stands are gone because, let me actually show you. We got new speakers up here in the A studio, small white speakers that are, it's hard to compare them to the big ones. They actually output quite a lot and are in certain frequencies more precise, and they complement them really good. They really help me switch A and B between them, and this way know exactly what's missing in a mix. But I will let you know more about them once I'm back from ADE, do maybe even a full review and showcase them and let you know why we actually got them. I mean, there are a couple more reasons than just like, I mean, you'll see. Next up, the best techno progressive house label. That's really hard to answer because I'm not really following those kind of sounds at the moment very closely. But if I had to pick one, like overall for the past 10 years, I would actually have to give it to Toolroom and Soara, both bigger labels, both maybe not super hyped at the moment, but they had like big, huge peak times a couple of years ago and still do a solid job and help these kind of styles to really advance. And I know Toolroom also does like more commercial stuff, but when I started making music, DJing music, Toolroom was a pretty big deal. What made you start producing music? What got you interested? To be honest, like my very first contact was at like a friend's, his bigger brother. He had in the basement 2 Technics 1210 MK2s and a Vestax mixer, and like he was doing turntablism stuff. And like the second, this was the first time I saw like a really nice record player in my life. And like what the vinyl looked so cool, and like the red dots surrounding everything. Like, I don't know, I just fell in love with, like, I love tech, what tech looks like. And this actually sparked my interest in DJing. So I started saving money, bought my first record player, the first records. Absolutely loved it, turned it into a career, into a job, DJing in front of people, which I never even thought about. But when you got a big record collection and you know how to DJ, people will ask you to DJ, especially back in the days where not everyone was a DJ. And after like 4 or 5 years successfully like DJing almost every weekend, I had this urge to not only play music by other people, but also getting into making my own music, making first my own edits and cuts and intros and outros to beat match. Then later on, like my first full productions, I switched more and more into house music. And yeah, now I'm here in the studio. Just thinking about it, it's overwhelming. I never planned any of this. Like, I just, step by step, I just took one step, thought what to do next, and the next step, and this way advanced, and just taking the opportunities that life presents you and not just like stupidly following one plan. I never even like considered this as a career. I thought it's a hobby that is fun and makes a little extra, but yeah, who knew that DJing would blow up like this? By Vanessa. When are you picking me up? I promised to pick her up like 10 minutes ago, so let me hurry up.
Yeah.
That's every time before I record, that's what happens. Vanessa's like making sure I look extra good.
Of course.
Okay, so back home, dinner, and yeah, our last evening actually before I'm heading over to ADE, but just for 4 days, 5 days? I actually don't really know.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
I'm not at home anyways.
Okay. Almost all done packing. It's really like crazy to think in exactly 24 hours I will be probably heavily drunk in a club. I hope at least, because I mean, that's part of the ADE experience. What do you think happens to us after we die? I don't know. That's a very complicated question. I think probably the sad truth is nothing. Like, all of what we consist of, all of the atoms will be eventually something else, which is maybe like actually a nice thought, that the stuff you're made of will stay here and be something else. How to get a DJ coaching by you? That's basically simple, kind of. I mean, we have courses in the studio. If you want to book one, you can do so. If I will be the one giving the course, it's very unlikely, but you can try and request it, and then I will try if I have the time. But usually someone else is doing them. What about a DIY bass trap 2019 video? I already made a bunch back like a year ago when I was building the studio, so it's all here on the channel. Just like search for DIY bass traps, search for room acoustic treatment. Like there are like at least 20-30 videos, like how I built the entire studio, tips and tricks, how to build it in the most cheapest way possible. Another question related to teaching, if I would teach someone mastering, yes, again, we provide DJ courses and also courses for music production. I will just link it down below if you're interested, but it's all in person here in Germany, in Düsseldorf, so you have to come by. We don't do anything online besides of, you could become a channel member here on YouTube. It's like right next to the subscribe button. And this way get some sort or form of coaching individually for you. What will it take me to be good in mixing and mastering? I think every single person on this planet could be good at mixing and mastering. It's really just about putting the effort into it, training, learning, experience. But I'm not really a believer in talent. Yes, some people learn faster. Yes, some people are more devoted and like put more time into it. But I think everyone could get there. You just have to put those hours in it. Anyways, I think that's it. If you want to ask me anything, just check out my Instagram. Also, if you want to see some live stuff from ADE and some stories from ADE, also just check out my Instagram. Will be also linked down below. We'll see us tomorrow back again, then in Amsterdam, doing hopefully some crazy shit. I don't know, I'm a little afraid, but I'm also really looking forward to it. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow.
Every time we see each other, it's always through